Kidder Massacre, July 1867. M Company, 2nd Cavalry. 2nd Lieutenant, Lyman S. Kidder. Sergeant, Oscar Close. Corporal, Charles Haynes. Private, Roger Curry. Private, Michael Cornell. Private, William Floyd. Private, Michael Gorman. Private, Michael Haley. Private, N. J. Humphreys. Private, Michael Lawler. Private, Charles Talton. Sioux Scout, Red Bead. Died in the performance of their duty on or about July 2nd, 1867, in combat with Sioux and Cheyenne Indians. The Kidder Massacre. About July 1st, 1867, Lieutenant Lyman S. Kidder, with 10 men of the 2nd U.S. Cavalry and an Indian guide, were attacked by Indians 1 mile east of this marker. On July 12, their mutilated bodies were found by Lieutenant Colonel George A. Custer, who ordered the unidentifiable remains buried on the spot in a common grave. In March 1868, the bodies were recovered by a detachment from Fort Wallace under command of Lieutenant Frederick H. Beecher, 3rd U.S. Infantry, who later that year was to die at the Battle of Beecher Island in northeastern Colorado. Kidder's body, identified by a shirt he wore, was taken to St. Paul, Minnesota by his father. The others were reburied at Fort Wallace, but in 1886 were removed to the Fort Leavenworth Military Cemetery. From Time Life Books, The Old West, the Scouts Edition. Lieutenant Lyman Kidder, with 10 troopers and a Sioux guide named Red Bead, had left Fort Sedgwick to find Custer and deliver important dispatches from General William T. Sherman, commander of the Army's Division of the Missouri. Traveling through hostile territory, Kidder and his men were alarmingly overdue. Custer's column set out in search of Kidder. His trail was found to lead towards Fort Wallace, Kansas, over the same ground where a wagon train had been attacked just days before. The first sign of trouble was a dead cavalry horse sprawled at the side of the trail. 2 miles farther along, they spotted another dead horse and now saw that the hoofprints of Kidder's heavily shod mounts were trampled over by the tracks of pursuing Indian ponies. The wheeling flight of buzzards led to the missing detachment. Kidder and his men were lying in a tight circle. Their bodies bristled with arrows and had been mutilated beyond recognition. Only Red Bead, the Sioux guide, could be distinguished by the color of his skin. All the men had been scalped, but Red Bead's bloody tonsure still lay in the dust at his side. The Indians were barred by custom from carrying off scalps belonging to their own tribesmen. The massacre was Sioux handiwork.